Exclusively on Fox News. Fox's Brooke Singman has more this morning.
Seems quiet here right now, but last night, just a few hours ago, this place was buzzing. So much energy with the audience here and all of the candidates really wanting to introduce themselves to the American people, taking the opportunity, trying to have their breakout moments here in Milwaukee.
Donald Trump will surrender later today on state charges tied to alleged election meddling in Georgia. But what about the federal charges against him if he were found guilty? Would he get a break from a Republican president in the Oval Office?
Mike, why don't you say this? Join me in making a commitment that on day one you would pardon Donald Trump.
Trump will be convicted of these crimes.
Vivek Ramaswamy and Mike Pence going at it during the debate. America is listening to Fox News.
The news is sponsored by Lee University, where you can expect something great.
There are a lot of banks, so what makes Southern Heritage Bank unique? It's our commitment to being unbelievably good as we identify and meet your needs. Stop by one of our 5 locations in Cleveland or Chattanooga and let us show you the difference our customers have come to expect. We strive to offer the latest banking technology, mobile wallet, online account opening, mobile banking with bill pay, and ATMs that allow cash or check deposit. All available 24/7 with a local community bank. Southern Heritage Bank, a division of First Citizens National Bank, member FDIC.
Law, a tradition of legal and community service. That's Logan Thompson Law at LoganThompsonLaw.com. All right, good morning to all of you. Mix 104.1, Talk 101.3, The Buzz, MixTV.tv, and we are on your phone and mobile devices through the Mix 104.1 app. A free download thanks to CHI Memorial, that free download from mymix1041.com. Couple of things here. We're joined by Senator Bill Hagerty coming up at 7:15. He is in the area this morning on his second annual economic development tour. He's on the second leg of it prior to going back to Washington as the Congress is in recess right now. Also, I want to bring Bridget in here at the top. What a morning we had yesterday at First Baptist, praying for bringing the community together to pray for children with cancer.
Yeah, it was such a great morning yesterday morning, and it's one thing to pray for the children, that have cancer, but to put names and faces with those, it was just powerful to meet their families. Yesterday, there were several of them that were able to come by yesterday morning, so yeah, it was a great morning.
If you missed any of it or want to go back and watch it, you can do that on MixTV.tv. Let's get to the news. The Nashville Tennessee newspaper reports this morning lawmakers will reconvene for the 4th day of the special called legislative session today, focusing, they say, on public safety and mental health. The House and Senate turn their attention to a handful of bills on Tuesday and Wednesday. Tempers flared as gun reform advocates were ejected from a committee hearing, leading to an ACLU lawsuit that secured a temporary injunction on House rules. Even with attention from protesters, the Senate managed to pass several bills, including funding for the special session, a mental health appropriations bill, a bill investing in mental health scholarships, and a stopgap measure to allow for additional security officers in schools. Additionally, the state Senate passed bills aligned with Governor Bill Lee's executive order for updated background checks, tax incentives for safe gun storage, and a new report on human trafficking. Democrats introduced bills in the House and Senate very similar to Governor Lee's extreme risk order of protection, but failed to garner a Republican sponsor. The bill, described as red flag laws by some, both failed to make it out of committee. We're going to be joined, by the way, at 8 o'clock this morning by State Senator Adam Lowe, live from Nashville, with an update on the proceedings during the special session. Also, Chattanooga Times Free Press reports this morning an Athens man who wanted to make his voice heard by painting a bold message against city officials on a downtown building has hit a roadblock. Glenn Whiting took his case to the 6th U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals, claiming that Athens city officials took revenge by condemning a building owned by his family and ordering its demolition. But now his appeal's been denied by that court in Cincinnati. Whiting had raised his concerns in 2019, painting a scathing critique of the city's handling of a stolen car investigation on the side of a building. Unfortunately for Whiting, according to the Times Free Press, the court's decision means he'll have to tear down the Fisher Street building. Well, what a special day we had at Bradley Central High School on Wednesday, yesterday, as former Bradley Central High School Barrett star Ryan Howard, who went on to the University of Kentucky and then are now a superstar with the Atlanta Dream and the WNBA, was honored by the school and community as they named, Bradley County Commission voted to name Ryan Howard Drive. The dedication was celebrated with a ribbon-cutting event. We had several of her coaches from Kentucky, from the Atlanta Dream. All the Barretts were out there, a lot of people there. And toward the end, after they cut the ribbon, I managed to speak with Ryan. Let me go ahead and tell you, Ryan does not like, Bridget, you know, Ryan does not like interviews.
No.
although she's getting more comfortable with him, we'll say.
Yes.
So anyway, here's Ryan Howard.
1 second, come on.
She loves doing this. Ryan, what does this all mean to you?
It means the world to me. It's definitely surreal just to be here and, you know, be around a great group of people. But to have a street named after you, it, you know, says a lot about what you've done for the city and what the city has done for you.
You know what I liked about what Coach Reuter said to you, or said in the assembly, was he said, hey, we all know you're a great basketball player, but he said you're a great person. And he said sometimes he's 4th on the list. You want to talk to your other teachers, is that right?
Yeah. So I always, he's usually very long-winded, so it was a surprise that he kept it that short.
Yes, I thought we'd still be there.
Yeah, I was thinking about him going a little longer.
Hey, we're so proud of you. You represent us so well, and I'm so happy for you.
Thank you so much.
And you're talking a little more as we go along. This is good. We'll just stand here and say how much longer you'll talk. This is good. Ryan, congratulations. God bless you.
Thank you.
Thank you for everything.
God bless.
Ryan Howard, everybody. It's the Ryan Howard Drive. Is that right, Andy? From now on. There we go.
And, hey, you could watch that video clip. Hey, Fruit Loops, man, she's impressive, isn't she? And that's a great clip Gideon put together.
Yes, she did. I thought that was just an awesome ceremony yesterday.
Boy, she deserves it. I tell you, what a wonderful, wonderful young woman. And I mean that. She really represents us very well. All right, let me make a correction. I appreciate the messages I'm getting personally. So the Cleveland High School game is still at 7:30 tomorrow night. I'm getting that message here. So the McMinn at Cleveland game tomorrow night, Steve, it's still at 7. It's still at 7. You can't listen to a thing we say. Me.
I don't.
I know you don't. Now, so McMinn at Cleveland, so here we go. It's still at 7. Bradley has moved to 7:30 tomorrow night, hosting Chattanooga Tyner because of the heat. Walker Valley at Polk County. Good morning, Coach German. I talked to him yesterday. They have moved to 8 o'clock because of the heat. They cannot play high school football in this state if it's a heat index. It's not just the temperature. It's a heat index gets to 105 or above. Thank God for that rule, by the way. They can't go out in it. So we made a mistake, or I did. I made a mistake earlier. McMinn at Cleveland is still at 7. Let me repeat. Tyner at Bradley, 7:30. Walker Valley at Polk, 8 o'clock. All tomorrow night. Make your plans accordingly. All right. Of course, I guess the worst that could happen, some people be there early, God forbid. All right, it's 10 after 7, Bridget.
All right, let's get a check of traffic here. This Don Ledford Cleveland Mix Highway Patrol report is brought to you by Don Ledford in Cleveland. Don Ledford Chevrolet is saying yes to low interest rates and trade assistance in August. Finish your summer and start the fall right in a new Chevy from Don Ledford Chevrolet, located on North Lee Highway in Cleveland, or go to donledford.com for more details. We have no accidents to tell you about this morning. So far, things are looking great out there. If you see a traffic problem, give us a call. The volunteer Ridipest Mix line is 614-6499. You can also text us at that same number on the Sell with Darren text line. That's Darren Miller, eXp Realty. This traffic report is brought to you by Waste Connections of Cleveland. Waste Connections introduces efficient, state-of-the-art automated curbside service. Find out more by visiting wasteconnections.com/ClevelandTN.
Hey, Bridget, tomorrow morning we are on location. What's happening?
That's right. We're going to be at Scooter's Coffee on Keith Street here in Cleveland in front of Leisure Time Bowling. Come out and join us. We'll be here on Mix 1041, MixTV.tv as well from 7 till 9 a.m. tomorrow morning as they are launching their fall menu. Pumpkin is back at Scooter's Coffee. So they have all sorts of great flavors they're going to be promoting tomorrow and some great breakfast and snack items as well. So we are looking forward to a fun morning there at Scooter's Coffee tomorrow.
Hey, tell Claudia Parker over at Scooters and Danny, hey, let's launch the fall menu on the hottest day that we've seen in 220, no, your mic's off, in 220 years. That's a great idea.
The fall is coming. Just around the corner.
Okay.
We gotta get ready.
I know a Brand X, and I'm not talking about what was formerly Twitter, by the way. Brand X is starting their pumpkin spice today. So let me tell you how ridiculous this all is. It's like you people buying Christmas decorations right now. You all should be put in prison. All right.
We have iced options as well.
Well, we were a lot nicer yesterday. You know,
yes.
It is 12 minutes after 7.
Hardee's 2 for $5. Hardee's double deals pack double the charbroiled beef and melty cheese. Choose a double cheeseburger or bacon double cheeseburger starting at $2.99. Hardee's, goodness in the making. Get exclusive offers on the Hardee's app.
You know, Mermaid makes and sells the best mattresses made in America.
Only in America?
Well, I was trying to be humble, but really best in the whole world.
Oh, now it's the whole world.
Well, I'm not sure what the other planets are doing.
During our Labor Day sales event, compare our Mermaid mattresses to the best in the world. And we'll give you a free pillow just for coming in to try our mattresses.
And save up to $700 on Tempur-Pedic.
Or $800 on Stearns & Foster. Only at Mermaid Mattress, Chattanooga's best of the best mattress store.
Or maybe the whole universe.
Transform your window project with Cleveland Exteriors. High-quality Viwintech windows built to last a lifetime. Cleveland Exteriors, your trusted partner for exceptional windows. Visit clevelandexteriors.com or call today.
Mayfield Dairy, celebrating 100 years of the iconic Mayfield ice cream at mayfielddairy.com. Proudly headquartered in Athens, Tennessee.
Mix 1041 is celebrating 30 years of being on air. We are celebrating by giving away 30 prizes over 30 weeks. Presented by TVFCU Mortgage. Register today at mymix1041.com.
A name and brand that you can trust. Wholesale Supply has been serving the Southeast for over 75 years. Whether you need plumbing, electrical, or HVAC supplies, Wholesale Supply can provide you with the products that you need to complete any job, big or small. Supplying brands such as Kohler, Delta, Rinnai, Progress Lighting, and so many more. With 32 locations across the Southeast, Wholesale Supply is your hometown plumbing, electrical, and HVAC supplier. To find a location near you, visit wholesalesupply.us. And remember, Wholesale Supply is open Monday through Friday and open to the public.
Save a bundle at Eller & Owen's Furniture and Mattress. furniture, mattresses, and decor. The more you buy, the more you save. Up to 40% off. Create a bundle, a sofa and chairs, end tables, a recliner, lamps and rugs, an entire room, up to 40% off. Create a custom bundle and watch the savings grow. Up to 40% off. Look for Take Me Home Today tags. Bundle in-stock items. Special financing is available. Bundle and save at Eller & Owen's Furniture and Mattress.
Stoney's Appliance Repair. How about Stoney?
That's right. Stoney's Appliance Repair. People you can trust and depend on. When you call for service, Stoney will call you back.
I bet he doesn't leave his job like Fruit Loops just did.
He does not.
Just start slamming doors. What are you doing? Going outside?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Well, of course you don't, because you were gone. I'm screaming at you in the intercom to try to give you some direction in your decrepit life, and then all of a sudden, Sheridan screams in here. And you know, she started screaming, by the way. Everybody's screaming around here. It's like the Jerry Springer show. You think I'm kidding? And then all of a sudden, I have to go outside!
I had to step out for just a minute.
Well, I mean, your addiction is incredible. And you need help. I mean, how many packs a day you on? Anyway, back to you, Bridget. Stoney's, come on.
Stoney's won't do that. They're going to show up and be there when you need them.
Yes!
Call Stoney's Appliance Repair, 423-402-6610.
Good Lord. All right, inside the Mermaid Mattress Weather Center. Hey, thanks to Mermaid. They're our Mix 30 prize partner this week. Mix 30, the celebration of 30 years of Mix 1041. Why in the world would anybody celebrate that? Well, it's to give you prizes. That's why. That's about it. Mix 30 is presented by TVFCU Mortgage Department. When you get your mortgage at TVFCU, Kim Gunter, good morning to you. Kim Gunter, ladies and gentlemen, will personally pay for the appraisal on your house. And I think that's very nice, her and Chad.
Oh.
Old Dave Gunner over there on, what's that, Edmond Street over there. Dave, if you'll pay me, I'll tell people where you work. Anyway, TVFCU Mortgage Department. Hey, this week of Mix 30, our prize partner. Well, you talk about a long-time friend of Mix 1041, Mermaid Mattress Factory and Showroom. They're giving away a queen-size Lindsay Line memory foam mattress with an adjustable base. Somebody wins that at 5 o'clock tomorrow. It's worth $999. Roger.
Anniversary Lindsay Line Queen mattress is on sale now for only $499. A mattress you can flip and rotate just like you used to, but only at Mermaid Mattress.
For today, mostly sunny skies, and it's going to be hot again. A high of 95. Heat index values around 105 degrees today. We'll have a low of 71 tonight. For tomorrow, mostly sunny, a high of 97 and a low of 71. Mostly sunny on Saturday and hot again with a high of 96. Your current Simply Bank temperature is 72 degrees. This weather forecast is brought to you by PhD Pharmacy, Keith Street near Harrison Pike. Free delivery within a 50-mile radius of Cleveland. Call Gina Mosier Patterson today at 423-614-6650.
Hey, Sheridan, have we heard from Hagerty? Hope he's all right. He is never late. And matter of fact, hey, Fruit Loops, he's normally early, isn't he? Senator Bill Hagerty?
He usually is, yes. I'm sure he has a busy morning.
Well, surely he's not having to turn himself in Atlanta later today with a former president. Now, Bridget's really uncomfortable now.
Oh, goodness.
You think I'm not going to...
Maybe he forgot.
I'm being told by his people 1 second. So we're in a whole waiting pattern. I tell you what, check birthday. Simmons Bank celebration list. What do you got?
Okay, we have several that we weren't able to get on yesterday.
That's all right. All right, okay. Senator Bill Hagerty joins us. Good morning, Senator.
Good morning, Steve. Great to be with you today.
Well, it's great to have you, and so much to talk about. Before, I know you're on your annual economic development tour. We're going to talk about that. I believe you're in the Chattanooga area, aren't you?
Yes, I'm in Chattanooga right now.
All right, well, I want to talk about that in just a second, but wanted to get some impressions on some news. They were joined by Senator Bill Hagerty. The debate last night, the first Republican primary debate, what'd you make of it?
Well, you saw a group of people on stage, any one of which would be a far stronger president than the current incumbent in that office. I think that was loud and clear. I'd take any of those candidates over Joe Biden any day of the week.
Do you, and let me ask, I mean, as far as the debate performance by the candidates, did anybody stand out to you last night?
You know, I watched the aftermath. I've been watching some polling this morning. I think Ramaswamy touched a lot of people, may have surprised a number of people. I don't know Ramaswamy. I've never met him before, but he had a certain energy about him. But I think Nikki Haley really put it to him when it came to foreign policy experience. She put a bullet right between his eyes. She just said loud and clear, look, you don't have it. And, you know, he's got to figure out how to respond to that if he wants to stay in this game.
We're joined by Senator Bill Hagerty, who's in Chattanooga this morning. Going to talk about his tour in just a second. A couple of other very contemporary news here, current news this morning. The former president, Donald Trump, is expected to surrender at the Atlanta Fulton County Jail later this afternoon. What do you make of that?
It's just, I think, so disheartening to Americans to see what happens here and what Joe Biden and his Department of Justice and what their allies are doing at the state level. As things get hotter and hotter for the Biden family, they just get further and further deep into their persecution and prosecution of President Trump. I have, you know, if you think about it, the conversation that President Trump had with Secretary of State Raffensperger there in Georgia, I've listened to it in its entirety. What President Trump was asking Raffensperger to do, he identified a number of buckets, if you will, or problem areas with votes. These would be vote Steve, for example, where, you know, the Trump organization matched up a person that voted in that election with a person who was, you know, who appeared in the obituary, a person who'd entered a change of address card to go out of state with a person who voted in the election there in 2020. And what Trump was actually saying to Raffensperger was not, he wasn't demanding that Raffensperger do something illegal. What he was saying when Raffensperger replied that, look, I don't have the capacity to look at all 20-odd of these categories, Trump said, you don't have to look at all of them. You just have to look at enough of them for me to demonstrate that I've won. And what they've done is, as they always do with Donald Trump, is they're taking, you know, bits and pieces out of context. CNN was the first that I saw that ran it right afterward, and making and presenting it as if it was something different. So I think if a person had a reason and balanced listen to that, they'd have a very hard time understanding how these charges are being brought.
We're joined by United States Senator Bill Hagerty, and another bit of news this morning, and correct me if I'm wrong, Wagner boss Yevgeny Prigozhin, the plane crash, has he been officially declared dead, or is that just presumed? What's the latest? Do you know?
At this point, the latest that I know, Steve, and I have not updated this morning, but as of last night, the last time I checked, our intelligence services had not confirmed that. I think we need to be very careful to see what the outcome is. These Wagner Group and the Russians in general are known for what they call false flag activities. This, you know, Prigozhin could have put his number one enemy in that plane and taken it down, or it could be as it's been portrayed. I think we should just take a wait-and-see attitude. I hope we'll know very soon.
Well, Senator Hagerty, you are in Chattanooga, as we've just mentioned. You're on continuing your annual economic development tour of Tennessee. Tell me how it's going thus far and what you're looking forward to today.
Well, Steve, you know I'm a business person. That's in my DNA. It's wonderful to be back home in Tennessee. I'll tell you, things are challenging for business and people and entrepreneurs here in Tennessee, but things are going much better in Tennessee than they are going in so many other states. We've done such a good job here in Tennessee of creating, you know, a strong business climate, a conservative local and state government posture has helped us attract really great companies to move here. We've been able to have Tennessee companies expand and grow. Our work ethic is a real competitive advantage for us. And look, we're located in a tremendous spot. You can get to 2/3 of the population of the United States within a day's drive of Tennessee. So it's just a great place logistically to be, and we're a right-to-work state. So that makes us stand head and shoulders above these other United States. All of those are good characteristics. I think they've helped Tennessee weather the storm. But as I talk to entrepreneurs and business leaders here, they are really feeling the effects of inflation. You think about it, since Joe Biden took office, Steve, inflation is up 17%. Joe Biden is going around on a tour of the United States claiming some sort of victory on the economy. But last month's inflation tally was up 3.2%. It's still on the rise. It's just not rising as rapidly. And somehow Biden is trying to distort that into a victory. If you were to stop the inflation increases today, if every other month were to post zero for the remainder of his term, he would still hold the record of the century for the highest inflation president in America. So it is absolutely preposterous that he's out there trying to take some type of victory lap. And then on unemployment, what he's doing is taking credit for the majority of the jobs he's taking credit for bringing to America are jobs that were lost during the pandemic, mainly in blue states that locked down and forced businesses to shut down. So I think it's just another, typical thing out of this White House and their press operation, where they're going to create a bunch of disinformation. Talk to people here in Tennessee, they say, look, they think they can grow. They're just having a hard time getting people, the qualified candidates that they need. They're working hard to do that. I think things are getting better on that dimension because we're not competing against the federal government with all the subsidies as much anymore. But it's still quite a challenge, and I think workforce is going to be one of the great focuses of our state government. Governor Lee's doing a good job with that. You've got Stuart McWhorter, who I was just with last night. He's Chief of Economic Development here in Tennessee. They're laser focused on making sure that our state remains competitive, getting a great workforce, and making sure that Tennessee's business environment remains at the top of the list.
We're joined by United States Senator Bill Hagerty, and it looks like the first stop on your tour this morning is McKee Foods, and you know what? Fudge rounds for breakfast is always one of my favorites, Bill.
I'm hoping for the same, Steve. I'm hoping for the same.
What an iconic brand, McKee.
Well, it's a great family business. They've been, such a wonderful contributor to the economy here in Tennessee, and I'm looking forward to seeing, their operations again. I've toured them a number of occasions before. But we have companies like McKee thriving. Our economy is going to thrive, and if our economy is thriving, then our society is going to do well. So we want the same opportunities for our kids and grandkids, Steve, that we had, and I think having a strong economy is an important aspect of all of that.
Absolutely. Any final thoughts here before we let you go? I know you're very busy. Anything you want to leave with our audience this morning?
Well, here's what I'd like to say, Steve. Every time you turn on the TV right now, it's doom and gloom and woe is me. Something's wrong with America. Being out here doing my economic development tour, I can tell you this. There is no other country as strong as America. We are the most exceptional nation in the world. And it is just something we ought to wake up and acknowledge every morning. I do. I thank God I'm an American. And it's an honor to serve our state and our country in the way I am right now. It takes a lot of energy to do it, but we're going to hold on. And this nation is great. We're going to continue to make it so. So I appreciate that opportunity, Steve.
Senator Bill Hagerty in the Chattanooga area this morning. Senator, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Steve. All the best.
We appreciate it. And to you, Senator Bill Hagerty. All right, Bridget, let's get a check of our Simmons Bank celebration list.
Well, as I was saying, there were a few that we were not able to get on yesterday. So happy birthday yesterday to Charlie Earls. He was 70. His wife sent that in to us. Jim Veenstra celebrated yesterday. That was from his wife. Barbara Goins had a birthday yesterday, my high school cheerleading coach. Eden Flowers was 10 years old yesterday, a student at Stewart Elementary. That is Stacy Flowers from Direct Primary Care. That's her daughter.
I don't think her daughter wants anyone to know who her mother is.
Yeah,
She's
she
so
does.
mean to me, it's incredible.
And then Nora Davis is 8 years old today. That is from Gigi and Rusty. And then Nora's aunt also has a birthday today, Connie Dillon. She is an insurance agent at Horace Mann, and that is from her favorite sister. And then Kelly Roan is having a birthday today. Joelle Cavett celebrated yesterday. They both work at Wright Brothers, and Zandra sent that in to us. Calling your birthdays and wedding anniversaries to us. We'll take those on the Volunteer Ritipest Mix line, 614-6499. You can also text us at that same number on the Sell with Darren text line. That's Darren Miller, eXp Realty. Go to our website, mymix1041.com, or download our free Mix 1041 app. It's the Simmons Bank celebration list. Simmons Bank works hard to help make their customers' dreams come true. Call Ken Do at 423-381-3427.
Sports around the corner. Plus, we're going to have the voice of the Bears, Gary Ownbey, on with us. Talk about all of these kickoff time changes tomorrow night, the reason for it, the expected heat, and he's got some good explanation. I talked to Gary at the Ryan Howard dedication yesterday, and I asked him to call in this morning, explain it in a little more detail. Back in a second.
At Alon Planning Park.
Paula, tell us about how you came to shop at Chattanooga Auto Square.
Well, I was introduced to it from my husband. He purchased his first Range Rover years ago. And then occasionally I'd start asking him if I could start driving it. I would confidently recommend them. I mean, they make you feel like family from the moment you arrive. Being in real estate for like 34 years, you really come to value and appreciate the level of service that Range Rover gives you. Chattanooga Auto Square, luxury lives here.
You need money overnight? Check into cash. Your time is tight.com. Bank accounts too low? Check into cash. So where do you go.com? Do it online in a record time. It's the easy way to get money next day. Do a quick click from home at checkintocash.com. You can be sure it's secure from our bank straight to yours. Do a quick click from home at checkintocash.com. Boom, boom.
Healthcare is constantly evolving and the future is here. Direct Primary Care Associates Pharmacy Benefits is the future of healthcare. With its focus on preventative care, personalized attention, and included generic medications, Direct Primary Care Associates Pharmacy Benefits is changing the game. No more long wait times, rushed appointments, or outrageous medication costs. Join the healthcare revolution today and discover why Direct Primary Care Associates with Pharmacy Benefits is the future of healthcare. Direct Primary Care Associates, affordable health care for all.
Hey listeners, there's a new Buzz Tuesdays at noon, the voice of we the people. It's about what the H is going on in America. Tune in and call in Tuesdays on 101.3 The Buzz. A seatbelt is required for this ride.
The summer sales event is on at Cleveland Ford, and I'm here to tell you the car business is back. Cleveland Ford's inventory is back with over 100 new Fords in stock. Discounts are back, so prices are down, interest rates are down, and rebates are up. In addition to all that, Cleveland Ford has up to $2,000 in trade assistance cash available that you can use as a down payment or to pay off your trade. So hurry into Cleveland Ford today, because with all they've got going on, now is the time to buy.
Center?
Wellness Center.
Well,
this portion of Mixed Mornings is
go
brought to you by Alchemy Med Spa and Wellness Center. They offer a wide range of services from facials, laser hair removal, massage therapy, weight loss, hydrofacial, permanent makeup, and more. They're open downtown Cleveland now in the Agora building on 1st Street. Also now open in Dayton as well inside the Vascular Institute office on Ray County Highway. You can find out more at alchemymedspachat.com.
Well, I just received a note, and I tell you, we just got this in from my buddy John Burns of Wildlife Technicians, a longtime friend of ours, Ed Lewis. A lot of you have been in Cleveland and Bradley County know Ed. He has passed away last night. Ed passed away last night at the age of 90. Ed Lewis, the former Bradley County road superintendent, and he... I think he held another elected office. Maybe somebody can help me with that. But I did not realize that Ed was married to John's mother. And John, I'd love to know your mom's name. But at any rate, Ed Lewis, wonderful man. He was very good to our family, my papa, Reverend Littlefield, and to me. He always, Bridget, when I was a child, he always would want to take me fishing.
Oh.
And we never did that, but we always talked about it. But we all loved Ed Lewis. Yes, thank you, John. Ed's wife, Penny Lewis, that is John's mother. And we all loved Ed Lewis. And he just a wonderful, wonderful man. But Ed Lewis, former Bradley County road superintendent, passed away last night at the age of 90. And my buddy John Burns at Wildlife Technicians letting me know this. So thank you. And we'll have more details on the arrangements, I'm sure, as they become available. Our thoughts and prayers are with Penny Lewis and the entire family. But Ed was a wonderful, wonderful man. And I hate to hear this. He was 90 years old, passed away last night at 7:34. Let's go inside the Mermaid Mattress Weather Center. Don't forget, Mermaid Mattress. They are our prize partner this week on Mix 30, which is presented by TVFCU Mortgage Department. so you can win a queen-size Lenzaline memory foam mattress with an adjustable base. It's a $999 value. Call or text to register this morning at 423-614-6499. Folks, if you're texting us, please put your name on it and just put Mix 30. Okay, we'll know what you're doing there. Let's go inside the Mermaid Mattress Weather Center. Roger Pickett will join us along with his daughter, Kristen Pickett Davis, next hour.
If you could buy a great queen or king size mattress for $399, would you consider getting rid of that old lumpy mattress? Come to Mermaid Mattress, where you can get this mattress in any size for the price of a twin.
For today, mostly sunny skies and hot, a high of 95. Heat index values around 105 degrees today. We'll have a low of 71 tonight. For tomorrow, mostly sunny, a high of 97 and a low of 71. Mostly sunny on Saturday as well, with a high of 96. Your current Simply Bank temperature is 72 degrees.
Aubrey's of Cleveland offers some of the most fresh and delicious foods in East Tennessee. Stop in tonight for dinner or order online at aubreysrestaurant.com. Click the Cleveland location and order there.
So CHI Memorial Sports Desk, 736 CHI Memorial. Hello, Human Kindness. The Sports Report sponsored by the Town Squire. Hey, don't forget the Town Squire has your tickets for the following, for Tyner at Bradley, McMinn at Cleveland, and Larry does have tickets for Walker Valley at Polk County tomorrow night at the Town Squire. Going to be joined by Gary Ownbey here in about 30 seconds to talk about the heat expectations and the time kickoff changes for the times tomorrow night. Did you know the Town Squire has tux rentals? Yes, they do. Weddings, proms, special occasions. Come in and check out their tux department. The Town Squire's been offering tuxedo rentals for over 4 decades. Pick out a traditional style or a fashion trending tux in slim or ultra slim fit. They have it all. They have the latest colors and styles to fulfill your rental needs for formal attire. They offer t-shirts to tuxedos at the Town Squire since 1977 to fulfill your clothing needs. The Town Squire, Stewart Park Plaza, Keith Street, Cleveland, Tennessee, is the shop that appreciates the customer. All right, Braves got a big win over the Mets last night, 7-0. Braves off today. Shohei Ohtani has he has a torn UCL in his right elbow. Of course, the Angels phenom. He'll not pitch again this season. A lot of people, he's the biggest free agent maybe ever, and at least in this generation. And a lot of people saying that he's leaving the Angels, and this could be it. This one caught us by surprise a little bit, but it's a big announcement. The home of Tennessee basketball and volleyball, which has been the Thompson Bowling Arena since 1987, will now be known as the Thompson Bowling Arena at Food City Center. The 10-year naming rights deal will allow the university to make $20 million in upgrades and renovations to the arena. Now I'm joined by the voice of the Bears, Gary Ownbey. Gary, good morning, buddy.
Good morning, Steve. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing good. First of all, before we talk about the kickoff times tomorrow night, what a wonderful celebration of Ryan Howard yesterday at Bradley.
It really was, and it's very well deserved for Ryan, and you could see that she had a lot of friends and family there. Even Coach Matthew Mitchell from Kentucky recently recruited her, and Kyra Elsie, who took over for him when he stepped down. They were both there and just tickled to death to be there, and got a chance to see what they thought about Ryan. And went, hey, you know all the accolades that everyone talks about with her anytime she's involved with basketball, and she's won every award, the highest award that's possible in classes and different things that she's ever been in. So it was a great thing, and then they unveiled the Ryan Howard Drive down there in front of the school on the street. So great celebration for her and for the entire Bradley Central family, and in particular girls basketball.
Joined by Gary Ownbey. You know, when I saw you yesterday, I asked you to call in this morning and explain to folks, we're getting a lot of questions about this, the changes in the kickoff times for the football games tomorrow night.
Well, I talked just last night again with Turner Jackson, and we've been talking quite a bit this week. And the game, Bradley's games all are scheduled for 7 o'clock at Bradley, and they bumped it to 7:30, thinking that may give us a brief respite from the heat. Hopefully it will, which is going to be up in the high 90s again tomorrow. And the rule is, you know, I think I heard you mention earlier, if you hit 105 degrees on the heat index, not air temperature, but heat index, then you cannot, under any conditions, play, scrimmage, or even warm up. and that is TWSAA rules, and it's not one of these. It's a judgment call. Nobody's going to make a judgment call. They have these instruments called the wet bulb globe temperature device that will tell you what the heat index is. All schools are required to have those, or someone on the campus should have that, and that's how they determine that. And Turner told me, he said, if it's cool enough to kick off at 7:30, you have to keep in mind they have to have a warm-up period first. So he said, don't be surprised if you get there expecting a 7:30 kickoff, and at 7:30 kickoff, they're not really ready to kick off. They got to warm up because they have to warm up and get loose and things like that, to prepare. So, and he said it could even get bumped to 8 o'clock. He said it's a game time thing, and nobody controls it, and it's statewide, so it's not unfair to anybody because everybody in every school is going through this in Tennessee right now. And Tyner, who Bradley plays tomorrow night, is going through the same thing. And it's been so warm this week that they're not even been allowed to practice in full pads and all. For the most part, they're practicing helmets only as part of the rules. That's one of the rules that you can do. And they have a step procedure in TWSAA system. If you look it up on their website, you can read through it all the way through, and they'll tell you that certain temperature, certain heat indexes, you can do this, but you have to have so many rest periods. And I'm sure tomorrow night they'll have water breaks for the officials and for the players during the game. And boy, fans, as Turner said, fans should bring some umbrellas because till that sun goes down, this can be brutal. And maybe we'll get lucky and have an overcast, day, hazy day or something to slow it down. But it'll be interesting. And you've already mentioned that Cleveland High School is, I guess, going to try to stay at 7, that Polk can walk a bit at 8 o'clock. And it's just something you have to do. It's that time of year, so you got to do it,
Yeah, we're joined by Gary Ownbey, the voice of the Bradley Central Line School Bears, and I'm just actually talking with Al Morris, the Cleveland High Athletic Director, right now. So let me break this down for you. McMinn County Cleveland High School is sticking with 7 o'clock for their kickoff. They also, Gary, as everyone knows, the first full season where they have reversed the home and the visitor side after many, many years. So they released a parking, basically a parking diagram that we have put on our social mediums. Bridget, social mediums there. Yes. Facebook and Instagram and all that. I don't know. Hey, we ought to put it on Brian Beard's TikTok. Then it really would get seen. Anyway, then we have, McMinn at Cleveland is 7. Walker Valley at Polk County is 8. And then Tyner at Bradley, as Gary's told us, is at 7:30. What do you tell the fans tomorrow night, Gary? Well, I mean, just come out as normal, or what do you say?
Well, some folks, they get there about the time I do, and I get there early, and we'll do our pregame on Talk 101.3 The Buzz, starting at 6, of course, and then Earl and I seem to be long-winded enough to fill in some gaps there if we need to stall and kill some time.
Earl's going to take an offering.
Yes, he will, but there's no telling what kind. He'll talk about the debates from last night.
Yeah, there we go.
We'll keep that off the air. We will keep him away from politics.
Please. It's okay, Gary. It's all right.
Turner said to remind everyone it's $8 a ticket unless you're not in school, which means young, preschool. And it doesn't count you. I know you flunked out of Cleveland High School, so you still have to pay when you get there, even though you're not in school.
If you only know how true that was. I flunked out of Stewart School. Forget Cleveland. My Lord.
So we'll have our game, our normal things, the coaches interview, play interview, and our halftime and post-game programs we have. We'll have the Friday night, Hardy's Friday Night Blitz following the game, So a lot of good things going on, and just, stay hydrated. We have concession stands open. There's all kind of cool beverages to drink, so because we know the players will be given a chance to hydrate and drink a lot of water. And matter of fact, Coach Lowe told me earlier this week he'd give each kid a gallon of water, a gallon jug full of water to carry with him to all the classes and chug a lug that as often as they can. So he's trying his best to keep them, safe. And it's about safety.
That's right.
Player safety. It's all it's about.
That's exactly right.
Keep that in mind because that's what comes first.
You got that right. Hey, Gary,
we'll make our way through it.
Gary and Earl will have, as Gary said, Tyner at Bradley tomorrow night. Talk 101.3 The Buzz and the Mix app, that free download from mymix1041.com. McMinn County, Cleveland, they will have a kickoff still at 7 o'clock. Right here, Mix 104.1 and the Mix app with Terry Evans. Tomorrow night, Jason Hildebrand will join Terry because Walker Valley at Polk County. Greg Phillips will join me tomorrow night in Benton, which Greg, by the way, he used to have a restraining order. He couldn't go into Polk County.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that.
They hate him over there, and rightfully so. And so anyway.
He got those ankle bracelets off, I guess.
Excuse me?
I say to get his ankle bracelets off.
No, it's still on, but they're going to turn it off just during the game.
Oh, okay. So he has some free time then.
Yeah, it's just, he'll be buzzing, all through there, and that's then 8 o'clock. Walker Valley and Polk County, 99.1 FM with Andy and Jacob, and then we'll have it on mixtv.tv. Gary Ownbey, hey Gary, thanks so much, buddy. I really appreciate it.
Yes, sir. We'll see you guys later. Come after the game tomorrow night.
All right, we'll do it. Thanks, Gary. Gary and Earl tomorrow night. Earl Rowan celebrating 58 years of covering Bradley Central football. And Gary, I think I said last week he was like at like 40 years, and he corrected me. He said, "Nah, it's just maybe 30." So anyway, we gave him an extra decade there. Hey, yesterday, in case you missed it, Ryan Howard. Oh, my goodness, it was great seeing her yesterday at the ceremony at Bradley Central High School. And here's a clip here. She was, so Bridget, they'd cut the ribbon, had all the commissioners and the school board, everybody over there. And she's walking away, and they were going to do something in the building. So I had Getty and Ratcliffe with me on the camera. And so I said, well, here's what happened. She
Come on.
She loves doing this. Ryan, what does this all mean to you?
It means the world to me. It's definitely surreal just to be here and be around a great group of people. But to have a street named after you, it says a lot about what you've done for the city and what the city has done for you.
You know what I liked about what Coach Reuter said to you, or said in the assembly, was he said, "Hey, we all know you're a great basketball player, but he said you're a great person." And he said sometimes he's fourth on the list. You want to talk to your other teachers, is that right?
Yeah. So he's usually very long-winded, so it was a surprise that he kept it that short.
Yes, I thought we'd still be there.
Yeah, I was thinking about him going a little.
Hey, we're so proud of you. You represent us so well, and I'm so happy for you. And you're talking a little more as we go along. This is good. We'll just stand there and say how much longer you'll talk. This is good. Ryan, congratulations. God bless you.
Thank you.
Thank you for everything. Ryan Howard, everybody. It's the Ryan Howard Drive. Is that right, Andy? From now on. There we go. There we go.
Andy McMahon was standing there. And yes, what a great ceremony yesterday at Bradley. Back with Bobby Ludwig in a moment.
Hardee's 2 for $5 breakfast bake goodness into your morning. Choose a biscuit with sausage and egg, biscuit and gravy, or French toast tips. Any two, just $5. Hardee's, goodness in the making. Get exclusive offers on the Hardee's app.
I told my son to find me the nicest place to live in Cleveland. He said, "Dad, there's only one place, and that's Garden Plaza." And I moved into the patio home. Everybody knows your name from day one, and there's something to do all day long if you want to participate in it. You cannot possibly be bored at Garden Plaza. It is just great, and their food is outstanding. It's out of this world. I'm so happy I'm here. Garden Plaza is it for me.
Mix 1041 and Honda Cleveland are giving one deserving firefighter in our area a chance to win a 2023 Honda Civic. Nominate your favorite firefighter today at mymix1041.com.
Did you know that drinking and driving is a leading cause of traffic fatalities? It kills more than 28 people in the United States every day. That means one person every 52 minutes.
Can we name maybe Bobby Ludwig Street over there? You want to get your street named after you?
Yeah, we named our driveway William Way in honor of William Rooster, actually.
Yeah. Well, now you're bringing us down again. All your roosters are dying out there.
Not the whole driveway, just the driveway that goes to the basement by the chicken coop where he used to live, Steve. William Way now.
You ever meet Richie Hughes? You know who that is?
I do. Yes, I do.
So Richie, I was trying to leave the parking lot at Bradley, course, Richie, with nothing to do, was standing there talking for the next couple of hours. So he's screaming at me, and I said, well, yeah, you know what we're going to do? Big boy, we're going to name a, by the way, big boy would apply. We're going to name a porta potty after you, you moron. Stop talking to me. They're screaming at me, trying to embarrass me in front of people. I said, you know what? We'll name your jail cell after you instead. What do we do then? Bobby Ludwig. Come on, Bobby. I don't have time. Let's go.
This went on for a couple hours, it sounds like, right, Steve?
Yeah, good. Okay, let's do it. That was funny. Let's go.
Hey, markets were up yesterday. Got a good news. Dow up 184 points to close at 34,473. S&P up 48 to close at 4,436, and the Nasdaq up 215 points to close at 13,721. So back with the markets up. Back to you guys in the studio.
Hey, it's Bobby Ludwig, your Edward Jones financial advisor. Bobby, how can people reach you?
Give us a call for all your investment, retirement, and life insurance. 473-2215. Again, 473-2215, or stop by and see me at 2060 North Dakota, right by the old Liner gas station. I'm going to apply for a name change for Ocoee Street, where my office is,
So that'll go well.
Yeah, that's my next project.
I'll call Shelton and see if he'll handle that one, too. All right, thanks.
Good morning. Hot, hot, hot. That is the forecast for much of the country. So I showed you this map a couple of times yesterday. I wanted to show it a couple of times again today to really see the impact of this heat. It's not just here locally in the Tennessee Valley, but in fact, it's even worse just to the west of us. That's why we have those wide swaths of these excessive heat warnings. That's the hot pink color that's showing up on the map from Louisiana all the way up even to southern portions of Minnesota and Wisconsin. The orange that's bordering on either side, those are going to be those heat advisories. So not quite hot enough to be that warning, but still hot enough that you need to be aware of that and the risk to your health. And that includes, once again, our northeast Alabama communities. So Jackson, DeKalb counties. In fact, we're seeing another bump out for an additional day. So this is going to be a heat advisory for today through Friday at 8 p.m. Central Time. The National Weather Service keeps on having to add another day to that heat index, up to 105 to 109. So certainly kind of sweltering conditions possible with that peak heating for this afternoon. Now, the rest of our area not technically under advisory, but we even in those communities have the potential for some valley spots to peak at 105 today as far as that max heat index goes. So really any time that you're in the triple digits, whether you have an advisory or not, it's going to be hot outside, and we want you to take care of yourself and others. So 107 for that max heat index tomorrow, 104 on Saturday. And then remember, Sunday and onward, we kind of start our trend downward. So it'll still be hot on Sunday, but at least we're going in the right direction. 100 and then 97 on Monday. Let's get focused in on today, though. So stepping outside this morning, it's warm, it's muggy. In fact, we have now seen the temperature in Chattanooga go up, unfortunately. So it's 77 right now in the Scenic City, 75 in Fort Payne, 72 for Athens, Cleveland, 74 in Dalton. So when kids are getting home from school, riding that school bus home, going out for ball practice, for football, for running cross country, for marching band, whatever it may be for this afternoon, highs ranging from 90 to 97 degrees. It's going to be mostly sunny. It'll be hot. We already went over the heat index for a lot of locations over 100. That's really the reason that I've moved that arrow a little bit further to the right here, not completely green for outside fun, because we want to make sure that you're taking care of yourself and staying hydrated and taking those breaks too. Just a small chance that we could see a spotty downpour. I think that's more likely in the evening time and not during those after school practice times. Here are your high temperatures then for the week ahead. So very hot through Saturday. Sunday we start to drop down, 93, and then Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday a whole lot closer to what you would expect to be for this time of year, which will be an average high of 89. So Wednesday even looking like it could be a little bit below normal. Also on Wednesday we finally get a drop in our humidity. So when we talk about any kind of rain chances for the days ahead, we will start to see those tick up a little bit. Nothing super widespread, but some scattered showers and storms possible through Tuesday, and then everything kind of clears out Tuesday afternoon, leading to that gorgeous weather on Wednesday. Now, specifically for today, we could have a small chance for a spotty shower. Our current setup right now, pretty quiet conditions. We have this one band of clouds that are kind of moving overhead, and that's going to continue to push through during this morning time, but no liquid falling from the sky at that point, just warm and muggy conditions. Let me take you to this afternoon. It'll be mostly sunny, staying dry for the afternoon, and then late afternoon into the evening time, that's when we have the potential for a couple of little spots to begin to pop up, especially for our Georgia communities, getting a couple of those downpours and storms possible. So again, over
Mix 1041 app, and download at mymix1041.com. Bridget, I want to go back to to yesterday for just a moment. I want to thank so many people who made yesterday a reality. That was planned probably from Monday afternoon, and it happened yesterday morning. That stuff doesn't just happen. I appreciate First Baptist Pastor Jordan Easley, Stephen Beasley, who really technically worked with our crew here in Austin, and Gideon Ratcliffe, Dwayne Williams ran things for us here. Sheridan Mosley manned the phones. We're getting an absolute ton of messages yesterday. And Bridget, you and I were there in the building. I want to thank also Danny Murray, Jonathan Sawyer, Eric Yeldell, Bethany McCoy. Tyler Williams was on the keyboard, on and on. Bridget, and we really, really want to thank the courageous families, children who are battling cancer, who came yesterday. Thank Gloria, I start thanking people, but Gloria Mosier and Ginger Cobble, who were our, really, personally, my resource on all of this as to how to do this yesterday. Truly one of the most incredible broadcasts we've ever done.
Yeah, it was a wonderful time of prayer. We had a lot of people join us there in person, but then we also got a lot of messages, people praying on taking their kids to school, praying in the car on the way to school. And it was a wonderful morning.
I had so many people tell me yesterday, and they were saying, you know what, I cried all the way to work. And one gentleman tell me he had to pull over his crying. Let me tell you, I understand that. And I actually went back last night and watched a good portion of it. And I understand why people are emotional. And trust me. But you know what? You got up close to those children. I think we had three of them. Didn't we? Was it 3 or 4?
Yes.
I think we had three.
Yeah, three.
You talk about courage. And those moms that were there. The last little boy we had, I heard more about him, and we heard about all of them. We heard about all of them. The last little boy we had, Sebastian, I believe. Is that his name?
Yeah.
Sebastian. Hispanic. And if you go back and watch it, the interpreter, who, by the way, has been friends with the mom, Carolina, is her name. Lives in the neighborhood. Matter of fact, Carolina has a restaurant over in Polk County, and she said, my little boy is scared. 6 years old. And he's old enough, you see, to understand what's happening. And so he at the beginning there, he did not want to come on the stage. Of course, that's fine. Well, then he came up on the stage. This is at the end yesterday, and he said he was just, the way he was feeling, he was crying, and he just wanted to be close to his mother. And I'm telling you, but you know that it was so powerful. But you could feel the faith in that building. And I tell you what, and you know, look, you could feel this community get behind these people at a time of such divisiveness, ugliness about everything. Boy, I tell you, that's what I heard more of yesterday. It was a wonderful, wonderful time that we could all get together. I don't think there's a person, a sound of my voice this morning, who could argue with praying for children with cancer. 9 of them here. And I don't know, Bridget, it was just a special. A special's not even, it doesn't even do it justice. Hey, Austin, what do you think of yesterday morning, buddy?
It was definitely a powerful morning, and I'm so happy to be a part of something that is trying to make an impact in this community. Yeah.
Well, I thought it was a great idea. You know, we were going to do it here, and then Jordan invited us over. And I mean, It was incredible. I really, there were so many elements came together so quickly. It was funny, Beasley, I had my phone there, and we, trying to get some direction, and we went 2 hours uninterrupted. Beasley sent me a text. He said, you know what? He said, we need to talk about hope. You know what? Beecher Hunter, about 10 seconds later, Beecher, who has faced cancer, if you heard yesterday, prostate cancer. Anyway, 39 treatments, as he said, yes, I love Beecher Hunter. And he said, Beecher, 10 seconds. That's the way it worked yesterday. 10 seconds later, Beecher's talking about hope.
Mm-hmm.
There is hope today. There is hope today.
I think all three families left feeling so encouraged, and even the kids, I don't think they realized how many people have been praying for them.
You see their faces?
Mm-hmm.
They lit up.
Mm-hmm.
So they look around, First Baptist, to see all these people, and then when they realized how many people were watching and listening, they just lit up.
Mm-hmm.
Their faces lit. I had messages from Chattanooga last night. My buddy Tim Morgan actually runs Chattanooga Sports. It's an organization that brings the like the football, state football championships to Findlay Stadium and all those Ironman and everything. Oh, my goodness. Well, he's friends with one of the families.
Mm.
I had no idea.
Wow.
Incredible. Thank you, folks. Thank you for what you did yesterday. You made it happen. It's 8:01.
This is Mountain View Nissan Country, where...
Attention shoppers, learn more about our Picky Promise.
This produce looks amazing, and it smells so fresh. Food City is as picky about produce as I am, and that's hard to do. But they make it look easy with their Picky Promise. If it's ever not fresh, they'll replace it.
That's cool. And I thought their helpful certified butchers were the coolest thing about this place.
It's all here.
Nobody does food like Food City.
Oh, I love doing it. I'll message people out, when I get up at 4:30. Yeah, moron. Anyway, back over.
It's your way of getting them back.
Well, you know what? It's fine. We just hope the phone's on.
All right, we have several birthdays we were not able to get on yesterday. Charlie Earls turned 70 yesterday. His wife sent that in to us. Jim Veenstra celebrated a birthday yesterday. That was from his wife. Barbara Goins celebrated a birthday yesterday. She was my high school cheerleading coach.
Which she has never admitted.
Mm-hmm.
She has never.
She loves me.
You are outing her this morning against her will. Barbara Goins was your cheerleading coach?
She was, yes.
Much like your stylist, Sharon Parker, they all lost their license. Back over to you. Why do you think Sharon's in real estate now? My Lord. That dried up.
Oh, man. Eden Flowers was 10 years old yesterday. She attends Stewart Elementary. This is Stacy Flowers' daughter that comes in from Direct Primary Care and Associates.
Yeah, I thought it was sad. You know how you hear these children suing their parents for divorce. She called Jimmy Logan. Her mother, Stacy, is so mean to me when she comes in on Friday mornings. It's incredible.
Well, you deserve it.
There you go.
Nora Davis is 8 years old today. That is from Gigi and Rusty. And then Nora's aunt also has a birthday today. Connie Dillon, her favorite sister, sent that in to us. Kelly Roan is celebrating today. Joelle Cavett celebrated yesterday. The two of them both work at Wright Brothers Construction. Sandra sent that in to us. And then Wanda Walker celebrated a birthday yesterday. Call in your birthdays and wedding anniversaries to us. We'll take those on the volunteer Ridipest Mix line, 614-6499. You can text us at that same number on the Selwood Darren text line. That's Darren Miller, eXp Realty. Go to our website, mymix1041.com, or download our free Mix 1041 app. It's the Simmons Bank celebration list. At Simmons Bank, they have the products and services to help make your dreams come true. Call Jamie Kyle at 423-381-3429.
This news update is brought to you by Rick's Plumbing Service, a family-owned business specializing in new commercial and residential plumbing. Call Jason or Josh at Rick's Plumbing Service, 423-595-6143.
For the care that you need in one convenient location, Erlanger East.
Thank you for calling Logan Thompson. This is Ashley.
Broadcasting from the Kia of Cleveland studios, this is Talk 1013 The Buzz, WCLE, HD2 and 1013 FM, W267BI Cleveland.
On a Don Ledford pre-owned car, truck, or SUV. For details, go to donledford.com or visit their showroom on North Lee Highway here in Cleveland. We don't have any accidents to tell you about this morning, but we are seeing a bit of a slowdown on the interstate, I-75 southbound, just before you get to White Oak Mountain. So we'll keep an eye on that and keep you up to date. If you see a traffic problem, give us a call. The volunteer Rid of Pest Mix line is 614-6499.
I see what you did there, and that's ridiculous. You're trying to make yourself sound professional, which the father is from it. We're looking here at the screens here. We got a little backup on the 405 Santa Ana winds.
Real bad. It's moving. So we'll just monitor it.
I wish you would move. But anyway, it's just ridiculous. You're over there trying to sound like a professional. You know. Speaking of professional, I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
You know what I did? Pardon me, boys and girls, and do not use that word.
Well, I agree.
So I walk into Bradley to the Ryan Howard deal, and I recognize the reporter from Channel 3, Cornelia Nicholson. So I said hello and hey, we're your partner station here in Cleveland. She looks at me, get away from me, you jerk. Boy, I tell you, then I found out this is how out of it I am. She's like a national celebrity now. She's been on she's on the Today Show, GMA. Her boyfriend, Riley Nagel, who's a reporter at Channel 3, proposed to her on the air. Did you see this?
I heard about that. I didn't know it made national news.
Everybody else, it's everywhere. Well, yeah. Of course, Bridget over here. My mom told me. It was on NBC, ABC, CBS probably, I heard about it in 2 years. Everybody had it. Entertainment Tonight, everybody.
Wow.
I walk up, so I text Callie Starnes, the general manager of Channel 3. I said, tell her I'm an idiot. Just tell her that, congratulations. I go up, hey. I mean, she's bigger than Elvis, and here I am. How you doing? We're glad to be your partners here in Cleveland.
That's you.
Kind of looking around, telling Reuter get her away from me. Anyway, it's such a ridiculous.
This traffic report is brought to you by L&B Appliance.
Basically how you feel all the time.
Locally owned and operated. Durkee Road at Highway 64 in Cleveland. 423-339-3231.
Did you know the town squire? Hang on. I'm going to interrupt. Mrs. Heartline reports. It's in People Magazine.
Wow.
Oh, man. It was everywhere. Hey, welcome. That's basically how you walk around all the time. Just absolutely clueless. All right.
Grill and chill. You get a yearly checkup. Shouldn't your air? With your local Lennox dealer, regular care equals perfect air. With technology you can touch, comfortable air you can feel, and savings you can see. Not just perfect air, perfect for you air.
Call Dale's Heating and Air to upgrade your air today.
Lennox, air is life. Make it perfect.
Mermaid makes and sells the best mattresses made in America.
Only in America?
Well, I was trying to be humble, but really best in the whole world.
Oh, now it's the whole world.
Well, I'm not sure what the other planets are doing.
During our Labor Day sales event, compare our Mermaid mattresses to the best in the world. And we'll give you a free pillow just for coming in to try our mattresses.
And save up to $700 on Tempur-Pedic.
Or $800 on Stearns & Foster. Only at Mermaid Mattress, Chattanooga's best of the best mattress store.
Or maybe the whole universe.
Mayfield Dairy, celebrating 100 years of the iconic Mayfield ice cream at MayfieldDairy.com. Proudly headquartered in Athens, Tennessee.
Mix 104.1 is celebrating 30 years of being on air. We are celebrating by giving away 30 prizes over 30 weeks. Presented by TVFCU Mortgage. Register today at mymix1041.com.
Bender Realty is helping to keep the community thriving during this pandemic by offering no-contact online tools for buyers and sellers in the real estate market.
Especially in this day and time with COVID, it makes a lot of the buyers are not wanting to get out and walk into someone else's home, and even sellers may not want people in their home. We can actually do a virtual tour with our phones and send it to our clients.
Walk through a property without having to actually be there and see all the intricacies of the property and the things that they may or may not want.
If you're looking to buy, sell, Tell Lisa Wren, trust your friends at Bender Realty, 472-2173, bender-realty.com. Be home with Bender Realty.
Until he, oh, here we go. Welcome back to Mix TV. Hey, Mom. Hey, where were you? In the bathroom? Hey, Footloose!
You didn't tell me when you was coming out of break.
What?
You didn't tell me when he was coming out of break.
I never
so
tell you anything. Just start paying attention. Why do I have to tell you anything? Why don't you start paying attention? No, I was commenting that you said about Bridget to me the other day, how clueless she is. Is that correct? Yep, your microphone broke. All right, back in a second.
Tempur-Pedic and other national brands are giving special savings for Labor Day. And, of course, you always save when you buy direct from our factory at Mermaid Mattress, your home for better sleep.
All right, for today, mostly sunny skies. It's going to be hot, a high of 95. Heat index values around 105 degrees today.
He hates me, by the way.
Yes, we all do. A low of 70 tonight. For tomorrow, mostly sunny, a high of 97 and a low of 70. Mostly sunny on Saturday with a high of 96. Your current Simply Bank temperature is 73 degrees.
This weather forecast is brought to you by the Center for Cosmetic Dentistry, Doctors Ken and Brian Beard. Call them at 423-476-6541 or visit centerforcosmeticdentistry.com.
Fox News is next, presented by Capital Tire Service in downtown Cleveland.
Fox News, I'm Paul Stevens. A rowdy first GOP debate last night in Milwaukee.
Donald Trump said it's okay to suspend the Constitution. Now, the oath you take is to preserve, protect, and defend, not suspend. I will always stand up for our Constitution, regardless of the political pressure.
Former New Jersey Governor Chris Christie, former Trump lawyer Rudy Giuliani turning himself in Wednesday in Georgia to be booked as part of a sprawling indictment.
This is an assault on our Constitution. Fannie Willis will go down in American history when they conducted one of the worst attacks on the American Constitution.
Rudy Giuliani there referring to Fulton County DA Fannie Willis. Former President Trump is expected to fly to Atlanta and turn himself in today. America's listening to Fox News.
The Mix 1041 News Desk brought to you by Logan Thompson Law, a tradition of legal and community service. That's Logan Thompson Law at LoganThompsonLaw.com. Local and state news, Mix 1041. We're on MixTV.tv. Hey, we got a note. I got a text, actually, from John Burns. He's the owner of the Great Wildlife Technicians. I did not realize that John's mother, Penny, was married to my longtime friend, Ed Lewis. Ed Lewis, the former Bradley County road superintendent, died last night at the age of 90. John and the family telling me this morning. Ed Lewis, one of the greats. I loved Ed Lewis. He's so good to me and my family, my papa at Littlefield and all of us. And Ed passed away, according to his stepson, John Burns, last night at the age of 90. We loved Ed Lewis and lived right there on the corner right by Wendy's there on 25th. He's always out there and, you know, just a wonderful, wonderful man. So we'll have more on his arrangements as we go along, but as I should say as we find out. But thanks to John Burns, my buddy, wildlife technicians. Hey, by the way, if you have any, Bridget, you got any wild animals hanging around the house? And John has helped me so many times, it's crazy.
Yeah?
It's crazy. So John is tremendous. Wildlife technician. You know how I heard about him?
How?
Eric Gardner.
Okay.
So finally, Eric did something nice for me after all these years. I love John Burns, but yeah, Ed Lewis passed away last night, and I know that's going to strike a chord among a lot of longtime Bradley Countyans this morning. Let me tell you, let's go to that special session of the General Assembly called by the governor. Lawmakers reconvening today, the fourth day of the special call legislative session on public safety and mental health. House and Senate turned their attention to a handful of bills yesterday. Tempers flared as gun reform advocates were ejected from a committee hearing, leading to an ACLU lawsuit that secured a temporary injunction on House rules. Even with the tensions from protesters, the state Senate managed to pass several bills. Here they are, funding for the special session. a mental health appropriations bill, a bill investing in mental health scholarships, and a stopgap measure to allow for additional security officers in schools. Additionally, the Senate passed bills aligned with the governor's executive order for updated background checks, tax incentives for safe gun storage, and a new report on human trafficking. Democrats introduced bills in the House and Senate similar to Governor Lee's extreme risk order of protection bill that failed to garner a Republican sponsor. We'll have much more on the General Assembly, the special session, as the week goes on. And we'll encourage you. You can find more headlines at mymix1041.com. Coming up, very special guest in our studio today is Ukrainian Independence Day. And I want to tell you, we've got a wonderful Ukrainian population of some wonderful people in this city. They have, and they've got a great church over here on Peerless Road. Livingstone's church is just tremendous. So our friend Olga Maslov, of course, we lost her late great husband Tim Maslov, owned Anatole Exteriors, but so many good things they've done in Cleveland and Bradley County. We've invited Olga in this morning to talk about Ukrainian Independence Day, and Livingstone's church, I'm so pleased to tell you, is coming to Mix TV. Can't wait for that. So we got a lot to talk about with Olga coming up.
Mark Shepard, Shelter Insurance, 2334 Keith Street, Cleveland. Call 423-339-8777.
Good morning. Let's get a check of traffic here. This Don Ledford Cleveland Mixed Highway Patrol report is brought to you by Don Ledford in Cleveland. Don Ledford Chevrolet is saying yes to low interest rates and trade assistance in August. Finish your summer and start the fall right in a new Chevy from Don Ledford Chevrolet on North Lee Highway in Cleveland, and anytime at donledford.com. We have no reports of any accidents this morning. Drive safely out there as you make your way in. And as always, if you see a traffic problem, give us a call. The volunteer Ridipest Mix line is 614-6499. You can also text us at that same number on the Sell with Darren text line. That's Darren Miller, eXp Realty. This traffic report is brought to you by the Cleveland Family YMCA. The YMCA's after-school program is a safe place for children to play, learn, and grow and out of school. Find out more at ymcachattanooga.org.
All right, so Bridget, tomorrow morning we're taking our show on the road. We will be actually at the official coffee of Mix Morning, Scooter's Coffee, Keith Street in Cleveland tomorrow morning.
That's right. So they are launching their fall flavors, and pumpkin is back at Scooter's Coffee. We're going to be at Keith Street in front of Leisure Time Bowling from 7 till 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. So come on by. You can grab you a pumpkin caramelicious, also a pumpkin spice latte, pumpkin cold foam, pumpkin spice cake bite, or a pumpkin caramelicious muffin.
Hey, somebody, memo to Claudia Parker, who I love, by the way. Claudia, you realize tomorrow's the hottest day of the year. Well, it's the hottest day in 215 years. It's like Jennifer yesterday. She comes home, and she got her big-time candy corn, that whole Brock's candy mixture, you know, and, of course, Reagan's digging into two-thirds of it. So, and Reagan says, what, you only bought one bag? Jennifer said, yeah, you're just like your dad. Anyway, so Claudia understands, and I don't know it's a Scooter's Coffee thing, but you know, the hottest day in 215 years is tomorrow. So we're going to celebrate fall.
It's okay. It's pumpkin spice season.
Hey, are we carving jack-o'-lanterns? We're going to sit around the fire and do s'mores?
Sure. Yeah, why not?
She may, like, destroy me physically tomorrow morning when she sees me.
Yep, she might.
Am I supposed to be there?
Yes.
No.
Please.
What time?
7 till 9 a.m. here on Mix 104.1 and MixTV.tv.
Hey, Fruit Loops, so you guys are doing the TV tomorrow? Is that right?
Yes, we are.
What time are you getting out there, 3?
Probably about 5:30.
Thank you, Austin.
And then when's the game tomorrow night?
It's late.
Apparently getting later. It's 8 o'clock, Walker Valley at Polk County. Much more on that. We've so let me get into some serious notes here. 2 of the 3 home games tomorrow night have been moved back by at least 30 minutes. That's Tyner at Bradley. Is now at 7:30. Could be later, as Gary told us earlier, Gary Ownbey. And then Walker Valley at Polk County is at 8 o'clock over in Benton tomorrow night. Now, Cleveland High hosting McMinn County at Benny Monroe Stadium is still at 7. According to Athletic Director Al Morris, I spoke to him earlier this morning. Serenity Funeral Homes. Convenient, caring, affordable.
Cleveland Tire is ready to help your auto any way it can. We're one of the largest providers of Bridgestone and Firestone tire dealers in the area. We sell all major brand tires. We have ASE certified mechanics on staff 6 days a week. We also have a commercial truck tire center that provides 24-hour roadside service and minor mechanical repairs on site. We have built our reputation on years of quality, affordable work and tires. We pride ourselves in customer satisfaction and great service. Cleveland Tire Center.
Are you tired of paying high prices for your medications? With Direct Primary Care Associates pharmacy benefits, you can get free generic medications and the health care you need without breaking the bank. Say goodbye to expensive copays and deductibles, and hello to convenient and affordable health care. Get started with Direct Primary Care Associates pharmacy benefits today and start saving on your health care expenses. Visit our website to learn more. Direct Primary Care Associates, affordable health care for all.
20 years later, we've grown in many ways, but never out of that same customer-first heart to serve. Doing the right thing simply because it's right will earn your business the right way every day, every year, offering permanent steel roofing and siding at competitive prices, keeping promises, staying on time for both deliveries and pickups, making things right when we come up short. Partners like you are the reason Best Buy Metals exists.
Thank you for the opportunity to serve you. Come see us.
He's still getting his look refined, but anyway, we'll get to him in a second.
Whether you're looking for a subtle change to your face or a more dramatic transformation for your body, Refined Looks leads the way. Call their Cleveland office at 423-331-5300 or visit refinedlooks.com to book your appointment. Beauty begins here at Refined Looks.
All right, inside the Mermaid Mattress Weather Center, Roger Piggott. They're giving away that Lindsay Line, queen-size Lindsay Line memory foam mattress with adjustable base, valued at $999. To our Mix 30 winner this week. You can register for that prize. Dwayne will give it away tomorrow at 5 o'clock. You can call or text right now, 423-614-6499.
Get a complete queen-size adjustable bed with a Lindsay Line memory foam mattress for only $999 during the Mermaid Mattress Labor Day sales event going on now.
This weather forecast is brought...
For today, mostly sunny skies. It's going to be hot, a high of 95. Heat index values around 105 degrees today, a low of 70 tonight. For tomorrow, mostly sunny, a high of 97 and a low of 70. Mostly sunny on Saturday as well with a high of 96. Your current Simply Bank temperature is 73 degrees.
This weather forecast is brought to you by Bradley Concrete and Lamcon Ready Mix, family-owned business serving Cleveland for over 40 years. Call them at 423-479-4541 or visit lamcon.us to find out more.
8:22, and our longtime friend Olga Maslov joins us. Of course, first of all, Olga, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. Doing well, thank you.
So great to have you. And one reason we wanted to have you in this morning that, you know, we learned that it's Ukrainian Independence Day. What does that mean to you and from your native country?
Well, we moved to U.S. in 1990, so it was right at the fall of communism, and the Ukrainian independence happened in 1991, so that's when they claimed their independence, and today actually would be a celebration of that, even though they're in the midst of war right now.
And I tell you, another reason I want to have you, and it's been a while since you've been in, you have really been our source for really what's happening in the Ukraine. What is happening? What are you hearing from the front lines, your family there, your friends there?
Yeah, so unfortunately the war is still going on. We don't hear much about it on the radio or on news, really, right, like we did in the beginning. But sadly, it's still happening all around. There's still lots of bombings, lots of cities are being destroyed, churches, buildings, hospitals, all of the things. As far as my family, I had mentioned before, some of them moved to Germany for the time being, but their heart really was still in Ukraine, and they just couldn't last, and some of them already returned back to Ukraine.
Well, that's just tremendous. Olga Maslov joins us, and so your church, Livingstone's Church, is such a wonderful church here in the community. We've got something to tell you about. about Livingstone's and Mixed TV in just a second. But first, give me an update. How are things going at the church? What's happening?
It's going really well. We're really blessed and just really thankful. Our service has grown. And I mentioned, we have the 2 services on Sundays. We have a morning service for the Russian speaking at 9 a.m. and then at 11:30 we have an English speaking service. And it's really grown. It's really been a blessing. We're just really, really blessed and thankful to the Lord.
Well, and we're thankful that that we are now going to be broadcasting Livingstone's Church on Mixed TV, our streaming television channel, mixedtv.tv. We are so excited to do this, Olga. Tell me about this.
Well, we're really excited, and we're just thankful to you because this opportunity is just amazing. Now we will be broadcasted, so I think it's such a great way to preach the gospel to the community more so, as much as people can hear, and hopefully come and visit the church and join. We have some Lee students right now that are coming more because of just even the cultural experience they enjoy. And so we've seen growth, and we're excited to be in the community.
You certainly are, and as I was saying earlier, your church has just done so much for Cleveland and Bradley County, and you continue to do that, and we really, really appreciate it. Let me go back to the beginning. What can people do? You talked about how, we don't hear about the war as much as we did in the beginning. So I know there are people listening or watching this morning who would say, what can I still do? What could I do to help? What do you say to them?
If you have a desire to help, the needs there continue, and our church, as funds come in, we help the churches that we know there that are asking for help. So one way is just to contact Livingstone's Church, and we do have a Facebook page here in Cleveland, Livingstone's Church, and you'll see the location for Cleveland, Tennessee. That means that's us, the only one here. That's LS Church. So. All
right, very good. Olga, great to see you, and we're, like I said, we're so excited to broadcast Livingstone's on mixedtv.tv beginning this Sunday, so we're looking forward to it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thanks for coming. Great to see you.
You too.
All right, it is 8:26, and we'll come right back with more in just a moment.
Bye.
Hey, listeners, there's a new Buzz Tuesdays at noon, the voice of We the People. It's about what the H is going on in America. Tune in and call in Tuesdays on 101.3 The Buzz. A seatbelt is required for this ride.
John Davis, the trading man for Kia Cleveland on South Lee Highway, announcing our...
The summer sales event is on at Cleveland Ford, and the car business is back. Inventory's back, discounts are back, and interest rates are down. Cleveland Ford even has trade-in assistance cash available, so hurry to Cleveland Ford today, because now is the time to buy.
Hardee's 2 for $5 breakfasts bake goodness into your morning. Choose a biscuit with sausage and egg, biscuit and gravy, or French toast tips. Any 2, just $5. Hardee's, goodness in the making. Get exclusive offers on the Hardee's app.
I told my son to find me the nicest place to live in Cleveland. He said, Dad, there's only one place, and that's Garden Plaza. And I moved into the patio home. Everybody knows your name from day one, and there's something to do all day long if you want to participate in it. You cannot possibly be bored at Garden Plaza. It is just great, and their food is outstanding. It's out of this world. And I'm so happy I'm here. Garden Plaza is it for me.
Earls, he was 70 yesterday. His wife sent that in to us. Jim Veenstra also celebrated a birthday yesterday. His wife sent that in to us as well. Barbara Goins had a birthday yesterday. Eden Flowers was 10 years old yesterday, a student at Stewart Elementary. Nora Davis is 8 years old today. That is from Gigi and Rusty. And then her aunt, Connie Dillon, also has a birthday today. That is from her favorite sister. Kelly Roan is having a birthday today. Joelle Cavett celebrated yesterday. They both work over at Wright Brothers Construction. Zandra sent that in to us. And then Wanda Walker celebrated a birthday yesterday. Call in your birthdays and wedding anniversaries to us. We'll take those on the Volunteer Ridipest Mix line, 614-6499. You can also text us at that same number on the Selwood Darren text line, Darren Miller, eXp Realty. Go to our website, mymix1041.com, or download our free Mix 1041 app. It's the Simmons Bank celebration list. At Simmons Bank, they have been helping their customers make their dreams come true since 1903. Call Ken Do at 423-381-3427.
All right, so we're going to take another quick break, and then Senator Adam Lowe is going to join us because he doesn't understand time zones, apparently. So he's going to join us. That's not fair, but it's true. So he's going to join us with an update, no kidding, live from Nashville and the special session called by the governor. So we'll talk with Adam if he knows how to dial a phone. We'll do that in a minute. And then sports around the corner, plus an update from Lee University, and not to mention the late, great Roger Pickett. So it's all coming up, folks. Stand by.
Did you know the Town Squire has Tux Rental? Yes, they do.
This is John Davis, the trade-in man for Kia Cleveland on South Lee Highway, and we will overpay for your old car today. High mileage, cosmetic issues, that's okay. Rusted, busted, can't be trusted, all trade-ins are welcome. Just bring us your old car as is. Don't even wash it. You'll be shocked of how much I'm willing to pay for your old car in any condition. Come see me, John Davis, the trade-in man for Kia Cleveland on South Lee Highway in beautiful Cleveland, Tennessee, where selling your car is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
Peyton Southeastern is hiring. You have the potential to earn over $21 an hour with new progressive pay rates. A $2 night shift premium, plus you're eligible to earn a $5,000 stay bonus. Peyton's in Cleveland has open interviews every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 9 to 11 a.m. and then from 1 to 3 p.m. Apply online at jobs.kroger.com to work at Peyton Southeastern in Cleveland.
At Ralph Buckner Funeral Home and Crematory, the tradition was founded by Ralph and Stella Buckner and continued by Ralph Buckner Jr. and his wife, Shari Buckner. Ralph Buckner Funeral Home and Crematory is a tradition of service. Ralph Buckner Funeral Home and Crematory, caring for Cleveland families whenever they need them. Visit ralphbuckner.com.
You know, Mermaid makes and sells the best mattresses made in America.
Only in America?
Well, I was trying to be humble, but really best in the whole world.
Oh, now it's the whole world.
Well, I'm not sure what the other planets are doing.
During our Labor Day sales event, compare our Mermaid mattresses to the best in the world. And we'll give you a free pillow just for coming in to try our mattresses.
Or upgrade any iCool or L&K set to an adjustable for free.
Only at Mermaid Mattress, Chattanooga's best of the best mattress store.
Or maybe the whole universe.
Adam Lowe. Hey, Senator, how are you?
I'm doing well, Steve. Good morning.
Good morning. Live from Nashville. Hey, so apparently you don't understand time zones. Is that right?
Well, you know.
When I say 8, why would I say 8 Central Time? I'm local time.
Well, Steve, I just assumed that with all of the drama here in Nashville that you had already made your way up here with the camera. Heaven forbid, I think that you might do some journalism.
Oh, well, you don't want this war, buddy. You don't want to do it anyway. I'm kidding. Hey, no kidding. State Senator Adam Lowe joins us. Hey, Adam, just bringing us up to date on the latest, would you?
Well, I mean, it's been a historic week here in Tennessee. Not all for good reasons. But it's definitely been one of those moments that's atypical when it comes to the legislative cycle. We've been in Nashville for the special called session called by Governor Lee to address mental health and public safety. And, of course, the big concern coming into this week was safety. We had reports that there were supposed to be thousands and thousands and thousands of protesters coming in from out of state, and that never really materialized. In fact, there has been the crowds have been rather small, especially compared to last legislative session. So, for the most part, the public safety concerns are no longer there for us. But it's developed in an interesting way up here. We started with a slate of about 6 bills that the governor had put forward to pass in this legislative session. One of those bills I carried. It was something that had come out of a policy report I had submitted to the governor's office, and I carried a bill for them that was related to eliminating sales taxes on gun safety devices and beefing up our current program at getting gun safety devices to folks who would like to have them to secure their weapons. As we know, most firearms that are used in crime are stolen. And so this just further empowers people to protect their weapons. The second piece of that would be a public service announcement to kind of just educate people. That bill has passed the Senate along with 2 other bills, one requiring reports to the TBI from courts, and another one that addresses human trafficking. Those 3 bills have passed the Senate. The House has passed almost 40 bills. They had over 100 and something filed in the House. Many of those were rejected because they weren't with the call of the governor. But they've passed about 40 bills, and now we're actually in a standoff with the House. And that further developed this morning, so it's going to be interesting.
We're joined by State Senator Adam Lowe. What do you mean a standoff with the House of Representatives?
Well, the House has come to the Senate and said we want to pass these 40 bills, and the Senate has said to the House, a special called session was about what the governor was putting forward. We've passed about half of the governor's bills, and that's what we were here for. We're not here for a bunch of other bills that people have brought. We can take those up in January, and the House says that we want to do it now, and that's kind of where we are. We can't adjourn until the 2 bodies agree.
Wow.
So it looks like we may be back next week.
Really?
Yes.
My goodness. Joined by State Senator Adam Lowe, live from Nashville. Hey, we've got to run here, but what's on the docket today? What are you expecting today?
Well, today the House and the Senate will continue to collaborate. Of course, a lot of the theatrics up here have been in the House. There's still kind of that internal war over there between highly media-loved Tennessee 3 and their faction and leadership, and that's driving a lot of what they're trying to do in public safety. In the meantime, we in the Senate, we've kind of concluded our business, so we're waiting on them to see if they're willing to, pass the few bills we have and we come back in January for the rest, or if they want to hold to their, to the fire and say they want these 40 bills and try to push us into passing and taking those up. But we've closed all committees and would have to reopen those committees, so it'll be interesting to watch today.
All right, State Senator Adam Lowe, live from Nashville. I do appreciate the update, and once it all ends, maybe you and Representatives Raper and Howell could come in and maybe do like a post-game type thing.
Well, we're not allowed to talk to each other right now. Okay. My mom says I can't play with them at the moment, so we can't come out and play. We got to stay in our camps.
Yeah.
That's kind of how it feels, but that's not really true.
Maybe Dr. Phil will come work it out for you. I think he retired.
That's right.
All right, I got to run. Thanks, Adam. Hey, and when we do this again, maybe we can do it on Italian time. We'll consider it Italy or whatever,
Sure, Steve.
Since you can't understand Eastern time, maybe, whatever.
Well, we could do it on Heartline time. 15 minutes after my schedule.
Bye, I got to go. State Senator Adam Lowe. When he texts me, I guess 2 nights ago, and he says, 8 a.m. Well, say I shouldn't do that. 8 a.m. Well, I'm assuming that we're talking Eastern. I ain't in Nashville, am I? Of course, nor will I ever be in Nashville.
Oh, goodness. Just a little miscommunication is all.
No, it's not. Hey, D-Wayne, does my mic sound better? D-Wayne stuck his head near and prominent scalp and says, basically that my mic has been distorted all morning.
He said you sounded terrible.
Yeah. And I said, I've been distorted for 28 years on this station. Thank you very much. Just ask Tom Rowland, he'll tell you. All right, the CHI Memorial Sports Desk. Yeah, bring him on in. CHI Memorial. Hello, Human Kindness Sports. Braves over the Mets last night, 7-0. Braves off today. Shoy. All right. Do I need to switch mics? It's not better. We're on the air, but they're telling me my mic's bad. Hey, Fruitless, what do I need to do here? I'm told my mic's still bad. Can you make it happen? You want to run the ball? Hey, I'll tell you what, I'll switch it. I'll come over here. Carmen fell some time here. No, that's all right. I'm back. Turn your mic on.
Sure
I can't. Yeah. Okay, Dwayne's sitting in his car listening. I hope you're smoking out the window. Hey, test it out, Bridget. See if we're doing this live on here.
Test your mic? Okay.
Yeah.
This is your mic.
Dwayne, is that better? He comes in, Carmen, and he says that my microphone sounded horrible all morning.
Sounds like maybe a sabotage, Steve.
You think?
From what I was listening this morning, as I always do.
Sorry. Yeah, right. What, Howard Stern took the morning off?
And
now he says it sounds better. Sorry, Carmen. Now he says it sounds
That
better.
was operator error.
Operator error.
Hey, Dwayne, it's like barely up. And it's terrible you're making fun of Bridget like this, Dwayne, obviously. What about it, Carmen? Go ahead.
Well, I was just saying, Fruit Loops might have accidentally pushed a button on your mic based off of the discussions that you had this morning. But I don't think he would do that. But.
Are you coming back over
She's got her fish oil or anointing oil or whatever it is spilled all over the floor. All right, is that better, Dwayne? Now I'm back. Now it's me. This is Steve. Robert S. Hartline Jr. Is this any better? Check one, check one, check one. Braves beat the Mets last night, 7-0. Shohei Ohtani Carmen has a torn UCL. He's not going to pitch the rest of the year.
No, but I mean he's still going to hit, I think.
Yeah,
so I mean he's an incredible player, unbelievable.
Where does he go next year? Probably the biggest free agent in a generation.
Steve, this contract that he's going to sign is going to be astronomical, but he's going to be worth it. Sometimes these guys get these big contracts and you think, you're kind of overpaying. This guy's a top 10 pitcher in the league, and he's the best hitter in the league. We've never seen anything like this in Major League Baseball.
Oh, and then stop talking about Babe Ruth. I mean, Babe Ruth, whatever.
Well, and here's the thing about Babe Ruth. Babe Ruth, great player, right? But Babe Ruth didn't do this at the same time. He pitched, and then he hit, and had an amazing career, obviously, as a power hitter. But he didn't pitch and hit at the same time. And let's be honest, they weren't in the same kind of physical shape.
You think?
Babe Ruth did it on hot dogs and beer, and Shohei Ohtani's a little bit, I think he'll hold up a little bit better.
Kind of sounds like your diet. Anyway.
Don't Pastor Lipsy might be listening now. We can't be saying stuff like that.
Don't worry, he's not. The home of Tennessee basketball and volleyball, which has been the Thompson Bowling Arena since 1987. Stop complaining. Will now be known. Okay. Well, I hope you slip on it. But if you try to file a workman's comp, we'll have you executed. Will now be known as the Thompson Bowling Arena at the Food City Center. It's a 10-year naming rights deal. So here is a read between the lines here, folks, because it's going to allow UT to make $20 million in upgrades and renovations to the arena.
I'll tell you, Food City's moving and shaking.
Yeah.
Got a lot of friends at Food City, so we're excited about Food City being in the area, Steve. So good for them. Good for them and UT, and maybe we'll have some other announcements coming down the pike.
That's what I was going to say, a little teaser. All right, so here, let's get serious just for a second here, because here's what you need to know if you're going to the high school football games tomorrow night, or you're going to be tuning in. I'll just tell you, Walker Valley at Polk County is now kicking off at 8 o'clock tomorrow night because of the extreme heat.
Okay.
It's a state mandated that they can't play at 105 heat index, which is expected tomorrow night. So anyway, Walker Valley at Polk County, 8 p.m. kickoff tomorrow night in Benton, 99.1 FM, the Mix app, and Greg Phillips and I will be there for MixTV.tv, the rivalry games. Of course, we are Southeast Tennessee's football headquarters, supplied by Wholesale Supply Group. McMinn County at Cleveland High School, they are keeping their kickoff time at 7 o'clock. At 7 o'clock. If you're going to the McMinn-Cleveland game tomorrow night, 7 o'clock. Also tomorrow night, again, they started this late last season, I should say, but it's the first full season of switching the home and visitor sides. Now, we received a diagram of the new parking areas for Cleveland High that's on our social media this morning. You can go to our Facebook or Instagram, Mix1041, WCLE on both, and see that diagram. But if you're going to the Cleveland game, you need to look at that and also know your kickoff's at 7. Here, Mix 104.1 on the Mix app. Tyner at Bradley. That's been moved back to 7:30 tomorrow night. That'll be on TOG, 101.3 The Buzz and the Mix app. Harney's Friday Night Blitz, 20th season, after the games on Mix 104.1. You can get tickets to all 3 games at the Town Squire. Larry's got them, your high school football ticket for over 46 years. Carmen Lastoria officially joins us. He is, of course, assistant AD at Lee University. Carmen, what's the latest?
Well, we got a lot of exciting things about to kick it off, Steve. It is here, and so next Thursday we will officially kick off the regular season. Men's soccer will be hosting North Georgia, big non-conference rivalry game, and we've got some special things in store for that. So it's going to be back at the Lee soccer field on the grass field this time. And let me explain why. We've got the beautiful new Raycon Sports Complex. It's all turf. So why aren't you playing there? Well, it's a little bit of gamesmanship, Steve. North Georgia plays on turf. So we want to play them on grass, mix it up a little bit. So we're going to go back. We're going to take it old school back to the Lee soccer field. But here's the thing. Bishop's Barbecue, shout out to Pastor Edwin Lipsy and the delicious Bishop's Barbecue food truck. They are going to be out there at the soccer game next Thursday selling their delicious barbecue, and so will Kona Ice. So you can get some barbecue, you can get an icy, you can watch the Flames kick off the season. That is next Thursday at 7 p.m. at the Lee soccer field. The women's soccer team under Chris Hennessy, of course, always a top-tier program. They will kick off on the road next Thursday at Lenoir-Rhyne. Our volleyball program under the direction of former All-American Krista Fobb. It's her first year. They've got an exhibition game tonight at Walker Arena, open to the public. Come on out at 6 p.m. to get a sneak peek of the Lady Flames. And then they will open the season on the road. They'll be home on September 6th. And so we're excited about the new era of Lee volleyball. Krista Fobb is doing a fantastic job.
Yes,
of course, she played, Steve, for Andrea Hudson. And so
you can't hold that against her.
We're not holding that against her. But, of course, Andrea, tremendous, legendary coach here in Bradley County, with Hall of Famer with the Lady Flames. And so I know she's excited, and so many alum excited that Krista Fobb is back in pocket. And so, yeah, we're really excited about the fall season. Our cross-country teams are both picked to finish first once again in the Gulf South Conference. That came out this week. And so shout out to Coach Caleb Morgan and one of his top runners, sophomore Ryan Lovelace, who is also hosting the Hardy's Friday Night Blitz. I mean, he's a guy you'll hear on this radio. You put him on the air for some reason. I'm not sure why. But
he is, I mean, he is so mean to me. It's just incredible. And just took shots at me for an hour on the Hardy's Blitz last Friday night. And I don't know. I don't know how Lee has him. I know he can run, and all his schools recruited him. And I don't know. I mean, I think he learned how to run when he started stealing things and had to run away from the authorities. I think that's how he learned to do it.
Well, he's a fantastic runner. They are loaded up. I mean, this is, you hear a lot about our cross country and track and field programs under the direction of Caleb Morgan. But I'll tell you what, this year I think has the potential to be a very special year for our distance running programs as well. So, yeah, a lot of exciting things going on in Lee Athletics. Steve, we want to encourage everybody to make sure to stay connected with us at Lee Flames on social media, leuflames.com. I've got a special announcement I want to throw out there. We are unveiling a new mobile app. A Lee Athletics mobile app. So in a couple of weeks, that's going to go live. We'll make sure to come back on the show and let you guys know about that when you can download it from the App Store. But we're only a couple of weeks out from that going live, and that's going to really be your one-stop shop for Lee Athletics mobile app. You can watch the games there. You can follow stats, read stories, watch highlights, catch up on all your favorite players and teams. And so we're really excited about that. And we've got a couple of business partners in the community that we're very close to unveiling those special partnerships as well. So, yeah, from my point of view, Steve, it's a great time to be a part of Lee Athletics. We're coming off 3 straight years of being the top team in the Gulf South Conference. We're in the top 25 of all 325 Division II schools as far as overall athletic competitiveness. And, it's just been a great era for Lee Athletics, of course, under the direction of Larry Carpenter. But this new era under Coach John Maupin, who won a national title a couple years ago as a golf head coach, now taking over as athletic director. He's doing a fantastic job, Steve. Sure. And so great things in store. And Man, we're excited to kick off another season next week.
We're excited to be the official home of Lee University Athletics, Mix 104.1, and we're looking forward to it. Carmen Astoria, thanks so much.
Hey, Steve, we always appreciate it. Go Flames.
Hey, I just got and here's the thing. People love to correct me. Al Morris, the athletic director at Cleveland High School, says the following, quote, we still will have all the parking at all the same spots. So I was mentioning the Cleveland High football parking tomorrow night. Across the streets, handicap parking is still at the Allen Jones Wrestling Center at Cleveland High. That's tomorrow night. Now, Al, oh, wait, you idiot. Well, see, Al, that's not nice. No, he's kidding. I'm kidding. Al Moore is going to join us tomorrow live from Scooter's Coffee. We'll be at Scooter's tomorrow morning. Carmen, you feel free to come on by on Key Street.
I love Scooter's Coffee. It's fantastic.
That's wonderful.
Did I hear you say fall flavors are back?
Yeah, tomorrow.
Tomorrow. So pumpkin. I can get my pumpkin coffee again.
Tomorrow. And,
yes.
And it's well timed because it's going to be 215 degrees tomorrow.
Funny how that works.
So, yeah.
Perfect timing.
Thanks to them, we're also going to carve jack-o'-lanterns and sit around and sing Kumbaya around some s'mores. That'll be great. Claudia Parker's going to hurt me. Yeah, that's fine. So that is all. That's all tomorrow at Scooter's Coffee. Look forward to that. And we're back in just a moment.
Are you interested?
Elevate your siding projects with Cleveland Exteriors. Ascend fiberglass siding built with lasting beauty and low maintenance. Cleveland Exteriors, your trusted partner for exceptional siding. Visit clevelandexteriors.com or call today.
Did you know that drinking and driving is a leading cause of traffic fatalities? It kills more than 28 people in the United States every day. That means one person every 52 minutes. Statistically, young people are the most at risk to drink and drive, but not everyone's doing it. Don't drink and drive.
A name and brand that you can trust. Wholesale Supply has been serving the Southeast for over 75 years. Whether you need plumbing, electrical, or HVAC supplies, Wholesale Supply can provide you with the products that you need to complete any job, big or small. Supplying brands such as Kohler, Delta, Rinnai, Progress Lighting, and so many more. With 32 locations across the Southeast, Wholesale Supply is your hometown plumbing, electrical, and HVAC supplier. To find a location near you, visit wholesalesupply.us. And remember, Wholesale Supply is open Monday through Friday and open to the public.
Hey, why aren't we back, Fruit Loops? Let's go. Mix one over there. There they are. Basically, the new Ozzie and Harriet family. I don't know, whatever it is. They're actors. They're all over television now. There they are. You see them. You know them. You love them. Roger and Kristen, Mermaid Mattress. No, I was just telling you off the air. I saw your spot last night. Man, you got to act like you believe in it. You're just phoning it in.
I thought I was, but now I know I'm not. So.
Come on.
For that critique.
Is it what? No, and he starts screaming at me that he's not going to be critiqued.
It's hard to watch yourself back. I understand.
When I leave here, that's all I do. I watch all the archives of myself.
Go to sleep watching yourself.
She makes me do it, so I do it.
They're good. They're good spots, but I mean, you just act like you're getting into them. Because I know you hate it, and we all know you hate it.
As long as you remember them, that's all that matters. Bad, good, if you remember it, that's the key.
No such thing as bad publicity.
Maybe.
I don't know if that applies to the Republican debate last night, but anyway. Well, guys, Roger, thank you very much for what you're doing this week. 30 years of Mix 104.1. Before we get into that, just tell me what's the latest at Mermaid. What's going on? You guys are always got a lot going on.
We've been really, really busy. It seems like we're in a little bit of a slowdown right now just because we've had some hotel deals that we've delivered lately and all that stuff. So that's all delivered and out of the factory and out of the warehouse. So now it's just back to retail business. And so we're looking forward to a big Labor Day promotion that will really pick up things, I think.
Kristen, so look, we got a lot of new people in Cleveland, and we all feel like we're part of the Mermaid family here, but there's a lot of new people. So when you talk about Mermaid mattress, someone, maybe they've never heard of it, they're just coming here, what do you tell them?
I mean, just the fact that we've been around since 1979, we're locally owned. Started with my grandmother, my dad's mom, and his stepdad. So they've kind of created this and built this, and Dad's built it to what it is today, along with my mom. And so I think that's the coolest thing. Whenever you leave, and then you come back to this small town, and you can see a business that's lasted that long in this family, and so it's cool to be a part of. I'm just trying to keep it rolling. We'll see what happens.
And obviously some new ideas, because, you know, we've all been telling your dad for years he should be doing his TV spot. and he resisted all of us until now, and now we know why he resisted. Yeah. Because of this latest number. He just acts like he doesn't want to be there. You got to act like you believe in it. What's wrong with you?
I felt bad before, but I really feel bad now, Steve.
Stop! I got to give him a hard time. He gives me a horrible time. Roger, what is it? How have you been so successful all these years since '79?
It's just the public's response to the local companies and stuff. I think that's so important today. It got for a long time before, I think, the Great Recession, that it wasn't important to be local because, you know, everybody just wanted the cheapest thing. It didn't matter if it was imported. It didn't matter, you know. And that's today, since the recession, I think we've found how important local businesses are to local economies and keeping things going in the community. And that's what we've ridden the wave of and are proud to be local.
We're joined by Bridget called you the late, great Roger Pickett. I don't know, that was too bad earlier. Roger Pickett, Kristen Davis Pickett, Kristen Pickett Davis.
Kristen, yep.
KPD.
One of those.
KD. Well, whatever, just call you. Well, let's talk about the Labor Day savings, because I know it already has started at Mermaid Mattress. Tell me what people look forward to for Labor Day.
Well, the public has been trained that the holiday is the time to spend, and sure enough, that's when the national factories, you know, we also sell Tempur-Pedic and Stearns & Foster. That's when they offer their discounts to us so that we can pass them along to the public. So we've got great savings on Tempur-Pedic, great savings on Stearns & Foster, and then along with that, you always save when you buy direct from the family. That's what from the factory. So that's what we're trying to promote now is that you can get the same savings on the Mermaid items as you can the national brands too. But we've got some good deals going on. Yeah. One of the giveaways that we're doing for y'all is the Lindsay Line memory foam bed with an adjustable base, and that is we've got it on sale right now for $999. So that's a great value, and then it's even greater if you win this prize and win it.
Which we'll find out at 5 o'clock tomorrow.
Oh,
yeah, why don't you come back? Come back at Old D-Way.
He'll be here. He loves
he'll
this.
Be here.
Yep. Thriving.
With your hair looks nice too, by the way. He hates it. See, he hates it when I give him a hard time. And he'll call me crying. You give me a hard time to get Bobby Ludwig.
People ask me all the time why I pay to get ridiculed all the time.
But I only ridicule the people I love. Well, I love you, but love's a strong word for most of them. But anyway. Look, Mermaid Mattress Factory in Troy. You know, Kristen, I don't know, we've been doing this 15 years, how long you've been on with us, and it's like the first thing we realized was you cut the middleman out. So you buy directly from the factory, you're going to save money, plus you're doing business with a wonderful family. That's still the way it is.
Yeah, I think the coolest thing too is that if you have issues or anything like that, you're dealing with him, the owner of the company usually, and so other places that you buy from, you can't really say that. And so that's the coolest thing that we can offer is you're in our community. We want to help you the best that we can. And so that's how we're going to treat you as, you know, a friend, a neighbor. not just a customer.
Hopefully not like you treat your sister, but that's fine. Listen.
She's probably listening too right now. Hey,
She
Lance.
better be teaching. It's 9 o'clock in
I
the
don't know.
morning.
She just called me 20 minutes ago, so I don't know what she's doing.
Dr. Linda Cash also listens to this broadcast. Her boss. Hey, now you've spent a lot of time on the website, mermaid.com. You, Kristen, you really worked hard on this. Tell me about it.
Yeah, so it just wasn't really consumer friendly what we had before, so I wanted to make it easier to buy online, easier to gather information. Not that we're looking, raising our sales online would be great, but that's not the goal. The goal is if you're doing your research before, we need to be the platform that you do it at. And so that's what I'm trying to do. So that's why last time I was on here and we talked about it, if you see any issues or you want to text Roger right here, you just message in on the chat box and you're talking to him.
Talking directly to us.
Yeah.
The text gets to you directly? What's
Directly.
It, like a chat GPT thing or something?
Just when the thing pops up there, it says, do you have any questions? And it's her picture, but it comes to her, and then our sales manager, Wes Geyer.
So you're talking to us.
All the actors on the commercial are really getting the message. Matter of fact, you just had one. I just saw you right there.
There we go.
By the way, you still look like you don't care. So, there it is. So they go to mermaid.com, and so like you say, it's more about the research. That's what everybody does nowadays. They really do.
Yeah, the new thing that we're launching, hopefully soon, it's in the works. It's called MerFit. And so what you do is you go on, you'll take a quiz as far as what you like, what's your price range, do you have a partner that sleep, all these different things, and then it'll come up with like the 3 top beds that you might like. And so then you can come in our store, try them out. Maybe you get a free pillow. I don't know.
Woo-hoo!
That is one of the offers right now, is a free pillow, because we really do think, and I was going to say, as cutting out the middleman, what that allows us to do is to use better materials on our beds. We know what the brands we carry are. We know what some of the other brands we used to carry are. When we used to do factory tours there, Wes Geyer, he's a real nut for specs and all that stuff. We would go around the factory. We would look at their foams that they're about to put in there. We'd look at the densities and stuff, and we know that we use higher density foams and all that stuff than the name brands do, than most of the major name brands. So we know, and it does keep issues from occurring as far as warranty issues and stuff like that. We still have them, but not as many as we do, or we used to, with some of the other brands we carried.
Well, as you can tell, Mermaid Mattress always keeping up with the very latest, and looking forward to that. Sounds like a great thing, really personalizing this quiz for people. Roger Pickett, Kristen Pickett Davis, whose mother is having a birthday tomorrow. A little teaser there.
That's right. Happy birthday, early birthday, Mom.
Doesn't count. Anyway, Mermaid is giving away a queen-size Lindsay Line memory foam mattress with an adjustable base, valued at $999. And we're going to give it away tomorrow. If you want to enter that, you can call or text us right now on the volunteer Renapest Mix line, our old buddy Eric Gardner over there, 423-614-6499, or text the Sell with Darren Miller EXP Real Estate text line at 42. See, you got us into all this. 423-614-6499. If you're texting us, folks, please put your name on it and put Mix 30 so we know what you're doing. Really, I really appreciate you guys very much. And Roger, thanks for all you do. And
thank you for having us.
We've been doing this a long time, so I really appreciate you being on our 30th anniversary. It means a lot.
And I appreciate what you did yesterday morning. That was awesome show that I got up and watched, and it was this station does great things like that for this community, and I appreciate you for that.
Thank you, buddy. It was one of the most moving. It's right up. I mean, maybe the most moving program we've ever done. I mean that, and it came together in just a few hours on Monday. Okay.
Wow.
Had the invite from Pastor Easley over there to come over. We're going to do it here.
Yep.
Do it over there, and seeing those children, their faces. We had 3 of them. I'm getting chills talking about it right now.
I know it.
Mm-hmm.
And Bridget commented this morning. It gave them hope that so many people cared about them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, children with cancer. Guys, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Hey, go to mermaid.com. You can find out more. And if you're sending text, just tell Roger, act like he cares when he does these TV spots. All right. I had to get you. Back in a moment.
Trying to beat the heat, but the heat... Cleveland Tire is ready to help your auto any way it can. We're one of the largest providers of Goodyear brand tires in the area. We sell all major brand tires. We have ASE certified mechanics on staff 6 days a week. We also have a commercial truck tire center that provides 24-hour roadside service and minor mechanical repairs on site. We have built our reputation on years of quality, affordable work and tires. We pride ourselves in customer satisfaction and great service. Cleveland Tire Center.
Attention shoppers, learn more about our Picky Promise.
This produce looks amazing, and it smells so fresh. Food City is as picky about produce as I am, and that's hard to do. But they make it look easy with their Picky Promise. If it's ever not fresh, they'll replace it.
That's cool. And I thought their helpful certified butchers were the coolest thing about this place.
It's all here!
Nobody does food like Food City.
At some point in your life, you may be faced with a legal challenge, whether it be a personal injury, a business dispute, or family matter. Our goal is to overcome your legal obstacles and get your life back on track.
If you or a loved one have been injured or have legal issues confronting you and your family, talk with someone on our team. We will investigate your problem to determine the facts and the law. Working together, we can develop a plan to obtain the result you deserve.
My dad says our new Linux system saves energy.
Well, saving energy means saving money.
A lot of money?
Yep.
Time for a raise in my allowance.
Savings year after year.
A big raise.
Call today for perfect air you can feel in your home and savings you can feel in your wallet.
Lennox, air is life. Make it perfect.
Call Dale's Heating and Air today.
Everyone there at the Porsche dealership are so personable and very knowledgeable that we just keep coming back. What I was looking for was a sport utility that was sporty and attractive and had the ability to perform to my expectations. The service department goes above and beyond with their routine service maintenance, and they get me out of there quickly. Chattanooga Auto Square. Luxury lives here.
Hello, everyone. Mix 1041. We're on mixtv.tv. Steve Hartline. I'm at a brand new office here in Cleveland. GI for Kids. Kelly, how in the world are you?
I'm great today. How are you?
I'm doing good. Tell us what you do here.
I am a pediatric nurse practitioner. I've been with GI for Kids for a long time, and we're excited to be opening in Cleveland.
Well, that is tremendous. Kelly Ernest, of course, as you said earlier. And Dr. David Devoid. How are you, sir?
Excellent. Thank you.
It is, I tell you, Doctor, I know we were talking earlier, you've been coming here to this area for quite a while, but how about being right here in Cleveland?
I think this is going to be a tremendous opportunity for people. There's going to be a presence on a weekly basis down here, and it's really reining in with one of our desires for GI for Kids. We have satellite offices all over the place. We have one in Morristown, Tennessee, Corbin, Kentucky, Crossville, and this one now. And I just think moving toward community medicine is where I think the future of at least pediatric medicine is.
Kelly, what do you tell people? Tell us what you can do for people.
Oh, the good news about Cleveland is we can offer almost everything we can offer in Knoxville. So we can offer our procedures right down the road. We're trying to keep everything in Cleveland as much as we can. We kind of hate that our patients have to drive and everything is so far away. So we'd like to keep everything here, keep things simple and easy for everyone.
And that's what's happening here. So GI for Kids, Doctor. So obviously the name is pretty simple, but I'd say it's a little more detailed than that.
It is. I mean, anything that adults can have, pediatric patients can have too, but we would deal with gastroesophageal reflux, abdominal pain, constipation, diarrhea, even some liver problems, pancreas problems, feeding issues, and some of our special needs kids.
And I know that, so one thing is, and a great thing for local people, you'll be able to do procedures right here in Cleveland. Is that right?
Correct. We've made arrangements with the Ambulatory Surgery Center and they are very experienced with both GI in adults, but also they have tremendous experience with children from ENT physicians. And so they feel very comfortable, and they're actually excited to see some of our kids.
I guarantee you, and Kelly, again, like you said, it's just going to be so much more convenient for people right here in the Cleveland area.
Oh, yes, definitely. And that's exactly what we want.
That's right. So, Kelly, how do we get more information about GI for Kids?
You can definitely go to our website, giforkids.com. You can definitely call us at 865-546-3998. Or definitely you can stop by and see us. We're at 2401 North Ocoee Street.
Right behind Medical Center Pharmacy.
Yes, and they've been so nice to work with, too.
I take it you've not met Joe Moore. I'm glad to hear the owner. Just keep him away. The rest of them are fine. Dr. DeVoid, anything you'd like to add here before we go?
No, we're just very, very excited to be able to take care of patients in this area. I was in Chattanooga for 17 years, and I hope to see some of my old patients and just have a good time.
Well, certainly so, and you're providing a wonderful service, and like both of you said, very conveniently right here in Cleveland. So welcome. I know you've been here a long time.
Long time.
And you've been in this area a long time, but right here in Cleveland, GI for Kids. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
All right, and we'll come right back with more in just a moment.